A Virginia Circuit Court judge recently said that it was not acceptable for police to force a man to enter his password into a phone and give them access to it. But it was okay for the police to have the man unlock the phone with biometrics. Of course, many phones, including the brand new iPhone 6s, rely on fingerprint scans instead of passwords to allegedly keep your phone more secure. But since DNA is not covered in this rule, and police officers do have access to that, it seems to be being very counterproductive.
Okay, and just to be clear, biometrics, this isn't using DNA, but this is actually like a scan of your fingerprint that they're putting through. So they're not reading DNA on these phones, they're reading like a fingerprint scan. So
yeah, and because DNA is obviously legal to use as evidence, but and I mean, I know there are definitely situations where, say you're driving a car and you get into an accident and they want to check out your phone to see if you were just texting or if you were just online.
Right.
So you can kind of understand where this comes from, but the law has not caught up with technology yet.
Yeah.
And that's been the case even with things like cyber stalking and all of that. So it's a little bit of a dangerous precedent. It's a little freaky. Not that you don't need
It's
evidence.
terribly ironic.
But isn't it though?
Yeah.
Yeah. It really, I don't know. It kind of creeps me out. And I don't know. I mean, if you're saying Fifth Amendment is the right not to incriminate yourself.
Right.
Then I think they'd have to maybe subpoena the phone. That would make more sense.
I mean, if it could, the phone could be collected for evidence, and then it can be utilized if given proper due course, they can use it for whatever reasons that they can, acquire your bank statements if they feel like there's justifiable cause.
It does seem like a loophole, doesn't it? Because it's essentially serving the same purpose as a password, your fingerprint.
Right.
And it's just like, well, technically, we have access to that, so you have to do this. But that doesn't sound like it's in the spirit of the law.
By the way, if you just eat Cheetos and you have Cheeto powder on your fingers, it doesn't work. So
there you go.
Throwing that out there.
So just eat a bunch of Cheetos and refuse to lick your fingers to the police officer.
Right.
No, this is
I'm helping crime.
No, I mean this goes to a deeper, topic as biometrics become more prevalent and used in our electronics and in our data encryption and our safety. It looks like there may be a little bit of a loophole to exploit that.
Well, there's a fingerprint registry as well, too, right? Like, what's to say that they can't use fingerprints that they have on file to theoretically unlock a phone or gain access to somebody's house if they have biometrics there? It's like, at some point, fingerprinting was used solely to make sure that you could identify a body to a record.
Right.
But now that body can get access to stuff.
Yeah, it just seems like the big argument here is that we should be looking at new technology and talking about this early on before random stuff is used in the field.
Yeah.
Well, we have that rule for the password. Not you don't have to don't have to comply with entering your own password to incriminate yourself. That law is there to protect you in that technological field.
Yeah.
But then when it evolves, it just doesn't seem right to me. FBI Director James Comey commented on this, saying that he thinks companies like Apple and Google are enabling users to, quote, place themselves above the law. And I feel that this makes me very distrustful, to say the least.
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head in that it's. Hold on, I lost that train of thought. It's what you were saying about technology getting caught up with law enforcement, but also the fact that this does feel like a loophole. It does feel like it's like this is a circumstances in which they're using the letter of the law in order to get by something.
Yeah,
right.
That feels.
It's more of like technically we can, as opposed to, well, this is what the spirit of the law is pointing to, and we shouldn't violate that.
Because truly, if it was like a triple homicide and that phone meant the world to it, then you can confiscate that phone, and then with probable cause, you can have it investigated.
Right.
But you don't have to, if it's like someone who is doing, whatever, being drunk in public or whatever, there's no reason to unlock that phone.
And it's not as if, well, there have been several cases in the past where police didn't necessarily invade people's privacy in the name of the law. So there is also that level of just being not a good idea.
This is going to take a while, because this is not going to be something that's going to just happen overnight. Because anything, especially when it comes to breaking down the legality of new technology, Like, I think what you were saying about the technology going faster than law, we're going to be playing catch up for decades.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Hey, but at least, when the law catches up, technology will change again. Oh, we're so fucked. Let us know what you think below about this in the comments. I just let you know what I think. And please be sure to subscribe.